We're going to do hips and hands today. So hips, we hold a lot of tension, or they say you hold a lot of tension in your hips. Okay, but this helps to alleviate it. And the hands is something we sort of tend to ignore. We use them all the time, so we don't really think about them too much, but we're going to focus on movements in the hand. Okay, so come into your comfortable sitting position, nice straight spine. Close your eyes, relax through your body, relax your upper arms, allow your hands to come wherever that allows them to be, and then feel through your body. Okay, so feel the weight of your head in line with your shoulder girdle and your hips, and then press into your sit bones, lift through the crown, relax, and even if your tendons and muscles, particularly around your pelvis, are under tension, just try and soften them. So just sort of let them go, release them, and try and remain in that position even though you've softened everything. Okay, nice, steady, equal, natural breaths. Feeling through your body, remaining relaxed and tension-free. Okay, nice, steady, deep inhale. Hold the breath. Feel through your body as you hold your breath. Feel the stillness, and then under control, nice steady exhales, allowing the ribs to fall, squeezing gently with your ribs, pulling your belly inwards and upwards before relaxing into another deep inhale with a retention. Hold, feel, and then release, nice controlled exhale. And then a final deep inhale. Hold the breath. And then release under control. Gently pull the belly inwards and upwards, squeezing everything out. And then return to your normal breathing. And then just open your eyes. Just get used to having your eyes open. Take a soft focus on the floor. Arms out to the side, palms facing upwards, and then just a steady inhale as you move your arms up to the top, and then an exhale as you bring your arms down, palms facing down. Okay, inhaling, arms come up. Keep that soft focus on the floor. Okay, it helps you just to concentrate on your body without getting drawn, your mind getting drawn elsewhere. Palms facing up, inhale, come up with the arms. Turn the palms, exhale, come on down. Two more, inhale, palms up. Exhale, palms down. Final time, inhale, palms up. Exhale, palms down. Well done. Okay, bring your arms out to the front. Okay, turn the wrists sort of 90 degrees or whatever you can manage. Keep your arms straight. Push your stubs of your wrists out and then pull your fingertips towards your head. Okay, so you feel it underneath your forearms. Breathe as you do so, keep pressing out and separate the shoulder blades and then widen the shoulder blades. Okay, so feel wide as if you're trying to touch your shoulders on the inside of a box. That makes sense. And then nice and slowly turn your wrists the other way. Try and keep the palms sort of relatively straight. And once more, try and bend, feel it in the tops of your forearms. And then release. And come up, and then really engage the muscles of your fingers in your hands. Okay, so you feel the muscles of your forearms nicely engaged. Okay, so everything's nicely stiff. Hold, 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 and then squeeze into fists. Okay, till your knuckles go white. Really squeeze them, and then again that engagement. Open them, so like spider's hands. Okay, really hold them. Engage the muscles. Breathe. Okay, don't forget to breathe. Relax them, squeeze into fists, nice white knuckles, breathe, nice steady breaths, final time. Okay, squeeze, open into spider hands, okay, really engage the muscles, and then squeeze into fists, and then do the same thing but speed it up. Okay, go fast, arms up to the top. As you do it, out to the sides, keep breathing, to the front, up to the top, out to the sides, to front, and then stop and give your wrists a bit of a shake, intertwine your fingers, and then rotate your wrists. Okay, breathe as you do so, as fast as you can, wrists as floppy as you can, turn and go back the other way. Okay, and then squeeze the hands together, okay, hold them in front of your face, and then bring the elbows and the forearms together and squeeze. Okay, now keep the hands in front of your face, and then as you inhale, lift the elbows, and then exhale, squeeze everything down once more. Inhale, come up with your elbows. Keep squeezing so your hands and fingers remain sort of whitish. Squeeze the elbows, forearms together. Inhale, final time. Lift the elbows. Exhale, squeeze them all together. And then release. Again, give your hands another bit of a shake. And then hands straight out. We're going to bend each hand, so arm nicely straight. Grab hold of the pinky first of all. Okay, don't do it all together because you only go as far as the least flexible finger. Okay, so little finger, bend it back as far as you comfortably can. Take a breath in and then release it forward as you exhale. Ring finger, inhale, bend it back, exhale, release. Middle finger, inhale, bend back, exhale, release. Forefinger, inhale, exhale, release. Thumb, okay, pull it back, inhale, and then release. Okay, other hand, pinky, inhale, and then release. Ring finger, inhale, and release. Middle finger, inhale, keep the arms straight if you can. Exhale, release, inhale, forefinger. Exhale, release, thumb. Exhale, release. Okay, nice, another nice shake. Okay, intertwine your fingers, bring them up above your head. Press the backs of the hands to the ceiling. Soften through your shoulders. Inhale. Keep pulling those or pulsing those hands backwards. Okay, feel that softening in the shoulders. Take a breath in. As you exhale, twist to the right hand side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist left hand side. Inhale, come back. Press the hands up to the ceiling, nice and slowly. Bring the arms down to the horizontal. Keep pressing out. Keep widening through the shoulders. Separation in the shoulder blades. Keep the arms straight. Okay, just languish in that lovely feeling. And then release the hands, palms facing forward as you come back. And then pull the backs of the hands towards one another. Squidge your shoulder blades together. Breathe in. And then release, soften. Bring the arms behind you. Intertwine the fingers. Backs of the hands to the floor. Okay, straighten the arms as much as you can. Lift the hands away from your lower back. Puff your chest out. Okay, so sternum forward and up. Release the gaze somewhere comfortable, up to the ceiling probably. Feel that squeeze. Keep pushing out. Nice deep breath in. And then lift the hands up. Chin to chest. Tilt forward. Too far. Lifting those hands up. Keep them straight. Nice and slowly. Come back. Release. Hands to the thighs, and then just roll your shoulders forward. Use a full range of movement in your shoulders, and then backwards, and then hold. Okay, we're going to do a sort of scapular release. So we're going to release the head backwards to the right, sort of tilting over, so you feel a stretch in the front left of your neck. Okay, it doesn't matter which way, we're going to go both ways. Yeah, so we just tilt it backwards to the side, one side. And try and relax everything else, okay, so try and release that front sort of muscle. Nice deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to diagonally go across, okay, to that same muscle we've stretched, and then obviously stretching the back, diagonal. chin forward, trying to keep our head sort of in the horizontal plane. Okay, push your chin forward so it's sort of level. Don't pull it up. Just push it forward. Then you feel that sort of squidge in the back. That's the iPhone neck. Most people live their lives, and then come in the back plane. So we're going to pull the head back, pull the chin down slightly as you pull back, and then you feel that lovely sort of stretch in the back of your neck. Okay, so this is the one you need to do. Pulling it back, holding that position, keeping the chin down. And then forward again. Level horizontal plane, squeeze it forward, relax everything else. Okay, try not to do anything with your shoulders like I just did. Pull back, squeeze, sort of feel that sort of engagement all around your neck as you sort of pull the chin back. And then release forward. Okay, bring your arms up in this position, the forearms in line with the shoulders, fingers vertical. Now, try not to move your arms as you pull your head to one side in the horizontal plane. Okay, so we're trying to keep that chin level and then across the other side. And this arm thing just presents you moving your shoulders and your arms at the same time. So we're trying to isolate the movement in the neck, like an Egyptian head. I don't know why it's an Egyptian head. I tend to move it. So one side to the other. Feel how unusual it sort of feels in your neck. Side to side. And then come back to center, release, and then we're just going to rotate in the forward plane, okay? Okay, and close your eyes. Nice big circles with your chin. Okay, in that forward plane. And then stop, go back the other way. Relax your shoulders, relax everything in your neck. And then come back to center. Well done. Should feel quite nicely light. Okay, a couple of breaths just holding that position. Well done. Okay, and then we're going to release into a sitting position. Hopefully you won't have a dog in your way like I've got. Come off your blocks if you're on blocks. Okay, so nice straight legs to begin with. Give them a bit of a wobble. Okay, we've been sitting cross-legged for a little while, or kneeling, wherever you've been sitting. And then bring the soles of your feet together. Okay, you can grab hold of your ankles. And then just holding that position, just try and feel a nice upright spine. Okay, and then rock from side to side on your buttocks, your bum. Okay, and then as you rock from side to side, you can gently press into your thigh with your elbow, just to soften those hip muscles, hip joints. Breathe. Okay, so come into this pyramid position. Okay, so pyramid with your legs. This is a cobbler's pose, but just a bit longer. And then the backs of your hands, just bring them inside your legs and push them as far forward as you can, and then grab hold of something. So ankles, or maybe not as far as that, but wherever, or maybe toes you've even gone through. Okay, so but the idea is to try and keep your spine nicely straight. Okay, pushing your hips forward, allowing your pubic bone to sort of slide underneath you, if that makes sense. Okay, and then the chest is pushing forwards and towards the floor. Okay, and then just gently sort of pulse as you hold the position. You should feel a squidge in your hips, or in your thighs, or in your low back. I mean, it will change depending on your body, but just try and feel it. But try and keep that spine sort of, try and keep a bit of integrity with the spine upright, pushing your hips forward, and then just feeling those hips. Breathe. Okay, focus on the breathing. Close your eyes. Well done. And then nice and slowly release. Come up. Straighten your legs, give them a bit of a wobble. And then come into a wide leg position. Okay, once more, engaging the muscles of the legs. So heels away, flex the feet, spread the toes, backs to the knees to the floor. Again, nice upright position in your spine. You can just rest your hands on your legs, and then trying to keep that nice upright position. Again, chest forwards and down. Keep your head lifted. Okay, if you curl, you tend to curl your spine. Okay, so gently pushing forward with that sternum. Okay, arms slide down your legs, and then wherever they get to, sort of when you come to that halt, grab hold. Okay, soften your elbows, and then gently just pull forward a little bit more. Okay, so we're just, again, feeling it in the hips. Again, a little pulse forward is fine, keeping that spine nicely straight. Again, same thing, gently pushing hips forward and pubic bone back. It's like a sort of scoop of the spine, but it helps to keep the spine nicely in line. Okay, breathe. Okay, the more you do this, the more you can soften the knees. If it sort of is a bit more comfortable, you should maybe feel it in the inside of your thighs this time as well. Okay, so just hold, close your eyes, breathe, and then soften and come back, and then bring your right hand, back of right hand to the floor. It doesn't matter, try and bring your elbow to the floor, but don't worry if it doesn't come down too far, but that's the intention. Other arm vertically upwards. Again, until you feel the QL stretch, so those big muscles just below your back ribs. Okay, stretch upwards, and then a vertical plane. Okay, try not to roll forward. Okay, in the vertical plane, come over towards that foot that your other arm's pointing at. Okay, and then when you get to as far as you can and feel that lovely stretch in your back, try and open your shoulder, look up at the ceiling maybe, or down at the floor, depending on your neck. Okay, holding, and then breathe into your left rib cage. So push into it as you breathe, as you hold that stretch and feel that lovely stretch in your back. A couple of breaths here. And then bring that upper arm up, and then bind it, wrap it around, try and tickle the top of your right thigh. Again, pulling that shoulder back, lifting up at the ceiling. Breathe. Beautiful. Release the arm up to the top, and then flow over to the other side. So exactly the same on the other side. Back of the hand to the floor, elbow in tension, pushing it to the floor, other arm vertically upwards. Okay, straighten the arm up to the ceiling, and then feel that sort of muscle, that big muscle, lower part of the ribs, and then arc your arm over vertical plane. Okay, don't allow your shoulders to roll forward too much, keep that open chest. Breathe into your left rib cage. Okay, so you can really sort of push into it, don't overdo it, but just feel it as you do so, and all those sort of intercostal muscles in your ribs will beautifully stretch too. Okay, final breath here, and then that upper arm wraps around, so we bind it, try and tickle the top of your left thigh. Okay, don't worry if you can't. Okay, but as long as you've got the intention, pull the shoulder back, look up at the ceiling or down at the floor, depending on your neck, then breathe. Opening that shoulder, feeling all that beautiful stuff in your shoulder and back, torso. Okay, nice and slowly, come back up. And then we're going to sway the legs around and come into tabletop position. Okay, so knees underneath shoulders. In fact, I'll come this way. Knees underneath shoulders. Knees underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, wrists underneath shoulders. And then come into your neutral position, tops of the feet in contact with the floor. And then we're just going to just gently sway the hips from side to side. So it's sort of a lateral movement in your torso. Okay, just sort of feeling in your hips, and then as you sway from side to side, you can start to scoop your pelvis, so allow the hips to sink to the floor as your pubic bone, sit bones point to the ceiling, and then suck your hips back, so you sort of scoop that pelvis back, and your pubic bone sort of pushing towards your head. So if you get that sort of movement, it starts to feel like a sort of a figure of eight. Don't worry about that, it gets quite... If you try and think of a figure eight, sometimes it gets more difficult. Okay, so just sway your hips from side to side, and then suck your hips up and down. That's the easiest way to think about it, I always think. Okay, and then come into your neutral tabletop position. Okay, sort of pull your belly button up towards your spine just to support that low back a bit, so it doesn't sort of get floppy. And then into cat-cow, so looking up at the ceiling, release your hips to the floor once more, your belly to the floor. Press into your hands, lift through the chest, press your 6 points into the floor, feet, knees and arms, look up at the ceiling if you can, or eyes to the top of the sockets, breathe in. Exhale, nice and slowly, curl the other way, so feel the spine move from one curve to the other. Look back at your thighs, chin tucked in, and then scoop that pubic bone towards your face, face towards the pubic bone, suck your hips back, squeeze, press into your hands, lift through your chest, feel that lovely stretch all the way across, and then soften as you come back through. One more either way. Cow pose, once more feeling that lovely curl in your spine, gentle sway, maybe hips side to side, sort of
experiment, feel your bod, and then exhale once more. Cat pose, looking back, chin tucked in, stretching everything upwards, and then coming back through into a neutral position. Okay, we're going to go through a flowing movement now in tabletop position. So, first of all, we're just going to lift our right knee out to the side, opening up as high as you can, and then straightening the leg in line with your torso. Push the heel back, flex the feet, spread the toes, squeeze the right buttock. Okay, so we're in our tabletop position. Lift the chin, soften the elbows, keep that leg nicely engaged, and come down as far as you can. You're going to press back, so don't come down too far, but if you can bring your chin to the floor, touch it, do so, and really press, feeling those muscles in your bod. Coming back up to this lifted position, and then bend the knee, okay, the lifted leg, flex the foot, squeeze the heel into your bum until you feel the top of your thigh nicely fire up. Okay, nice deep breath in, and then nice and slowly bring that knee through, point the toe, squeeze the knee up, and come back in line. Don't put it down. We're going to do one more of those rotations. Inhale, lift the knee out to the side, high as you can. Keep it high, straight in line with your torso. Flex the foot, spread the toes, engage the muscles of the leg, push the back of the knee away, squeeze the right buttock. And inhale, lift chin, soften the elbows, come down only as far as you know you can push back from. Press into your hands as you come up. Once you're back up, bend the knee, flex the feet, squeeze the heel towards your bum, feel it in the front top of your thighs, and feel the squeeze in your hamstring. Keep it bent, bring it through, squeeze the knee up, point the toe this time, feel that sort of core compression, and then release to the floor. Well done. Swap over. So other leg out to the side, lift it as high as you can, feel it in the hips, straighten that leg out behind you, push the heel away, flex foot, squeeze the bum. Nice deep breath in. As you exhale, soften the elbows, coming down, hold and press wherever you get to, press back up. Okay, bend the knee, flex the foot, squeeze, feel it in the tops of your thighs, soften everything, bring the knee through, squeeze, point the toe, and then release it back beside the other one, don't put it down. Inhale out to the side, straighten it in line, foot flexed, squeeze the bum, nice deep breath in, lift the chin, soften the elbows, coming down as far as you can, hold, press, come back up, bend that leg, squeeze, heel, feel everything, and then soften as you bring your knee through, point the toe, squeeze, and then come back down, one more time, out to the side, in line and straight, lift chin, soften the elbows, press, we come back up, bend that leg, squeeze, elbow comes through, point the toe, and then down to the floor. Well done. Okay, I'm going to come up into plank pose. Okay. So nice and slowly, move the hands forward, feet hip width apart. Okay, so come up into your nice plank pose, so you feel it in the middle of your bod. Press into your toes, push your heels back. Okay, press into your hands, lift and widen through the shoulders. Look down at the mat, so spine's nicely straight, and then breathe. Okay, into a side plank from this position, or you can do it from knees, so you can come from this position and come over into a supported position, but wherever you want to be, come over into a side plank or a supported side plank. Okay, breathe nice and steadily. Okay, thread the needle from this position, so opening that arm, nice deep breath in, and then this upper arm threads through that. Try and twist the torso, hold the position, inhale, come back. Exhale, thread the needle, inhale, come back. Exhale, thread the needle, inhale, come back. Okay, now just come to the floor, so bring your knee down, hip down, come onto your elbow, stack the legs. Okay, bring the other arm to support yourself, the one upper one, and then I'm going to straighten that arm all the way along the body, and then bring your head down onto that arm, and then bend the knees. You come into the sort of supine position, and then we're going to do a sort of clamshell. We keep our feet together, and then as we inhale, we just lift that left knee and bring it up as far as we can, opening through the hip, feeling it, and then release it down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. One more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Okay, lift upper arm. Lift the head, wrap it around. Okay, this time we're just going to lift the foot up, keep the knees together, and at the same time come up with our torso. So inhale, sort of gently pull as we resist with the head, and then lift that foot up so you can feel that sort of internal rotation of the hip, and then exhale, come down. Okay, that's the move. Inhale, lift torso, bring foot up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. One more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Well done. Okay, release that upper arm, bring it in line with the other one, away from your body, and then this upper leg, straighten it behind you. Okay, push the heel away, flex the foot, spread the toes, squeeze the bum. Okay, nice deep breath in as we stretch away. As you exhale, bend elbow and knee, squeeze together. Inhale, come out. Exhale, bring them together, squeeze. Inhale, come out. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, come out. Exhale, squeeze. One more. Inhale, come out. Exhale, squeeze. Okay, well done. Okay, we're going to come back up into our the other side, but we're going to press up under control. So hands to the floor. Come back up into a tabletop position. You can do it from this position, or in a supported way, or come into full plank. Okay, bring the weight to one side. Come out into your supported side plank on that side. I'll turn around so you can see me. Okay, get yourself nicely engaged in this position. Keep the hip high. Nice deep breath in. Thread the needle. Okay, nice and slowly. Push through. Twist through the torso. Inhale, come up. Exhale, squeeze, thread the needle. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come through. Thread the needle. Inhale, come up. Well done. Okay, come to the floor. Bring that hand down. Knee first, and then roll completely onto the floor. Straighten that arm. Head on the upper arm. Okay, the other arm's just supporting you. Okay, bend the knees, bring them forward. Nice deep breath in, lifting the knee, opening the hip. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, come up. Okay, really feel it in that hip. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Third time. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Fourth time. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Well done. Okay, this arm, wrap it around the head. Okay, this time we're just moving the foot, keeping the knees together, and lifting head and torso at the same time. So inhale, come up. Okay, lift that foot away, internal rotation of the hip. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. 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 Exhale, come down. Okay, stretch that arm along towards the other one. Straighten the upper leg. Okay, so everything's nicely in line. Be as long as you can between that straight leg, heel, and the fingers. Nice deep breath in. As you exhale, bend knee and elbow, squeeze them together in the middle. Inhale, come back out. Exhale, squeeze it together in the middle. Exhale, come back out. Squeeze. Inhale, come out. Squeeze in the middle. One more of those. Inhale, come out. Squeeze in the middle. Inhale, come back out. Well done. Okay, bring that hand to the floor. Roll back. Come back into our neutral tabletop position. Just tuck this in. And then we're going to come into downward dog. So, hands to the top of the mat. Tuck the toes. Come into our downward dog position. Okay, just bicycle the legs. Okay, feel it in the calf muscles and the hamstrings. Okay, just to soften everything, sway the hips from side to side. Breathe nice and steady. Okay, we're going to come into a plank position from here, but first of all we're just going to come up on tippy toes in downward dog, push the heels to the ceiling, soften the knees, and then pull the bum back to the bottom of the mat. Okay, it helps to sort of align the front bit. You'll see my shoulders and head sort of sinks towards the floor, ears more in line with the upper arms. Nice and slowly hold the front position, start to straighten your legs a little bit, bum to the ceiling. Don't worry if your heels don't touch the floor, okay? May never happen, just accept it. Breathe and release. Nothing wrong with that, by the way, just go with your own bod. Okay, nice and slow, we're going to come forward into plank, okay? So you may need to move the position of your feet. I sort of tend to roll my feet back, just sort of wiggle them back, and then shoulders over the backs of the hands into plank position. Okay, scapular press-ups in this position, okay? So arms remain straight, allow your chest to sink to the floor, and then lift your chest as high as you can, feeling your shoulder blades, okay, stretch beautifully, release them, sink them, feel them squidge together. Inhale, separate them as you come up. Again, you can do this on knees, release to the floor, chest to the floor that is, arms are straight, squeeze back up. Okay, come to a neutral position. Nice and slowly, bum lifted back up into downward dog. Now we're going to try a sort of a cat curl as we come into plank. So up on tippy toes, press bum to the ceiling, and then curl the spine. Okay, so lift up as we roll forward, up on tippy toes. Okay, so that spine's curled. Okay, and we can scoop that pelvis, so suck the hips back, push the pubic bone forward as we come down, and then bend the knees. Okay, allow the hips to sink to the floor. It's like a sort of spinal curl. Come back, bum towards the bottom of the mat, start to straighten up, back into your downward dog, come back to the starting position. Okay, so that's the move. Relax the heels to the floor. Okay, inhale, come up on tippy toes. Okay, start to scoop the pelvis, suck the hips back, pubic bone forward, curl the spine, look back towards your ankles, come forward, shoulders over the backs of the hands. Okay, then release or bend the knees, release the pelvis, come back into this sort of spinal curl, and then back up into downward dog. Well done. Nice and slowly, I'm going to walk the feet towards the hands, come into forward fold. Okay, so bend the knees as much as you need to, grab hold of the elbows, and then just feel that sort of release in your low back. Okay, gentle sway from side to side, breathing as you do so, feeling that stretch move from one side of your back to the other. Okay, bend your knees as much as you need to, allow your torso to hang on your thighs. Release the arms, coming up into raised arm pose, nice and slowly, nice strong back, arms out to the side, coming into raised arm pose. Stretch those hands up to the ceiling, pick a focal point, palms facing one another, press into your tootsies, lift the heels. Okay, try and remain stable for a couple of breaths. Okay, turn the palms to face out, nice deep breath in. As you exhale, heels to the floor as your hands come down. Bring your hands to your hips. Okay, bring your weight to, let's say, your left foot first of all. Soften the knee in that balancing leg, and then hover the foot. Okay, pick your focal point. So stare at something and remain stable. Okay, now you can either keep your hands here if it's comfortable, or bring your arms out for a little bit of balance. We're going to do a sort of balance on this leg. Okay, by moving this lifted leg. Okay, start to bring that knee up first of all, so that your thigh 90 degrees to your torso. Okay, and then start to straighten that leg out. Okay, lift it up as far as you can. Nice deep breath in here. As you exhale, release it down to join the other one, but don't put it down. Then out to the side, inhaling as you do so. Okay, you may need to counterbalance, bring it up as high as you can, feel that muscle there. As you lift, release, come down, and then backwards. Okay, so you can tilt the torso forward just to counter balance it. Okay, push the heel away, try not to arch the low back. Okay, use your bum to lift. Okay, squeeze as you lift it back. You should feel it all the way, this upper thigh. Release, come back down, back to the position we started in, lifting everything up. Okay, and then one more, that flow, straighten the leg, lift it up as high as you can, breath in, exhale, release it, don't put it down, out to the side.
Lift it, feel it here. Release on an exhale. Inhale, back away. Keep it straight, okay. So use your bum rather than your low back to lift. Okay, till you feel it all around here. Come back. Lift the knee. And then place it down. Hold the moment, so keep that gaze. Just bring the weight to the other foot. Okay, soften the knee, hover. Okay, just before we start moving, always sort of settle yourself. Then start to lift that knee up. Straighten the leg. Breathe in. Okay, bring it down. Out to the side. Feel it here. And anywhere else you feel it too. Bring it back down. To the rear. Leg straight. Hit something. Okay, squeeze the bum to lift it. Come back. Lift into that 90-degree position. Straighten it. Breathe in. Release it down towards the other one. Out to the side, breathe in. Exhale as we come down. Inhale as we go back. Squeeze the bum. Bring it back through as you inhale, back up to our starting position. And then release to the floor. Well done. Come to the front of the mat. We're going to go back to the floor. Okay, come into Tadasana, prayer mudra. Settle everything down. Take a couple of breaths. And then nice breath in as you do so, arms out to the sides, up into raised arm pose. Come up into a balance on your tootsies. We're going to try and come down into a balancing squat in this position. So on your tootsies, focus, take a breath in. As you exhale, release into that bent knee position. Okay, you can bring your heels down at any time, but if you can come down into our balancing squat, come hands together, open your knees, release right hand to the floor, inhale, lift the other, twist up in our balancing squat, breath in, exhale, hand down, swap over, lifting into our balancing squat, come down, okay, walk those hands out, squidge down, try and sit on the floor in a controlled way, straighten the legs, hold on, heels to the top of the mat. Okay, first thing we do is engage the muscles of the legs, heels away, flex the foot, spread the toes, back to the knees to the floor. Press into your sit bones, lift so your spine's nicely straight, arms in line. Okay, we're going to come all the way to floor, but in a controlled way, palms facing one another. Okay, pick a focal point between your feet, nice deep breath in, keeping your spine nicely straight, concentrate, focus, squeeze through the middle of your bod. Okay, and when we get to this position here, the tricky position, allow your pelvis to scoop or your low back to curl towards the floor. Okay, so we can bring the back in a controlled way. Once that first vertebrae hits, everything's nice, arms vertically upwards, and then away from you, stretching everything away, point the toes, flex the feet, and then arms come back over, arms down by your sides, bending your knees. Okay, low back nicely in contact with the floor, and then just windscreen wipe your knees. You might want to bring your feet to the edges of the mat. Okay, and as you come over, just gently lift the hip. Okay, you'll know which one I mean just by feel. Okay, it's quite difficult to lift the one you're rolling into. Okay, you lift the other one. Okay, again, feeling through your hips, releasing, softening, relaxing everything. Once more, come back to a neutral position, bring your knees into your chest, flex your feet, and then contra-rotate your knees, okay? So one hand on each knee, and then make small circles with your knees so that you feel your thigh bones rotate in your hip sockets. Stop, go back the other way. Just accept the clicks, pops maybe, or the silence, depending on your hips. Okay, beautiful. And then come back to a neutral position. Okay, bring your knees together.
arms down by your sides. Nice and slowly straighten your legs up to the ceiling. Okay, push the heels away, flex the feet, spread the toes. Nice deep breath in. And as you bend your knees, squeeze them in towards your head. Try not to allow your low back to roll off the floor. Squeeze, release your feet away from you. Bring them out as far as you know you can cope with, not too far. Okay, all the way along so your legs are straight, or almost straight, and then bring them back up to the top. Okay, hold in the starting position. Breathe, feel that squeeze in your core. Nice deep breath in again. We're going to go the other way. Okay, release your knees away from you. Bend the knees if you need to. Come down only as far as you know you can get to. Okay, and then start to bend your knees, bring them in towards your head. Squeeze your knees towards your head. Low back remains on the floor. Straighten your legs up to the ceiling. Okay, and then bring your knees to the floor, soles together, knees out to the side, gentle rock from side to side, releasing your hips, inner thigh muscles. Okay, feel them, you can feel them sort of nicely stretched and engaged. Nice sort of rolling from buttock to buttock, releasing, and then come back to a neutral position. Tuck your chin in, arms slightly away from the body, palms facing uppermost. Close your eyes and breathe. Okay, arms out to the sides, and then bring your right knee to join your left first of all into a spinal twist. Look out over your opposite shoulder. Okay, and then just feel the sort of twist in your torso, those spinal muscles. Feel the stretch in your right hip, right waist, right low back. Just allow it to soften, relax, breathe, feel. Nice and slowly, bring the knees back up, roll to the other side. Look out over the opposite shoulder if it feels good. Feel where the spinal twist is happening. Feel the muscles low back, left hip, left waist. Final breath, bring the knees back up. And then straighten your legs, come into your final relaxation position, Savasana, get somewhere comfortable. Bend the knees if you need to bring your low back to the floor. Arms away from the body, palms facing up if it's comfortable, or palms to the floor. Tuck your chin in, gently roll your head from side to side, allow the vertebrae to line up or settle, and then bring your head back in line. And then scan your body, so feel everything from your head, all points of contact with the floor, down to your heels. Okay, so just take your mind to those points, feel them, relax them as you get there, along the soles of your feet, your tootsies, top of the foot, ankles, shins, knees, thighs, pelvis, abdomen, chest, neck, face. Feel the muscles of your face, relax them all. Forehead, eyes, cheeks, mouth, tongue. And then once you've done all that, start to focus on your breath and your breathing, breathing in and out through your nostrils. Feeling that belly and chest expand as you inhale. And then everything falls down, contracts inwards as you breathe out. Gently pull the belly inwards and upwards, or the diaphragm, squeezing everything out. So nice, steady, focused, natural breaths. Breathing in, relax the muscles away from the bones. Breathing out, breathe out tension. Breathing in, relax. Breathing out, relax. Now you can remain here for as long as you feel you need. I normally relax for 7 minutes after any class that I do. I try and make the class relax for 7 minutes, but just go with what you feel like today. When you're ready, take a nice steady breath in. As you do so, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, bring them up over your head, give your body a lovely long stretch. Flexing the toes,
pointing the feet. And then nice and slowly bend your knees, roll over to one side or the other, and just use your hand to press yourself back up. It takes any pressure off your back and spine. Come into a comfortable sitting position. And once you're upright, just rest for a couple of moments, close your eyes, feel through your body, and just take 2 nice, deep, slow breaths. Namaste. Thank you. See you again next time.